It's been far too long since University of the Philippines last tasted the air of the Final Four. 21 years feels like an eternity at this point, with 1997 coming up as something from a far too distant past. The world was still grieving the death of Princess Diana, which unsurprisingly put Elton John's Candle in the Wind atop the Billboard Hot 100. Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, and Boyzone were also dominating in the airwaves, while here in the Philippines, President Fidel V. Ramos was approaching the end of his term. Putting things in perspective, only 4 of the current crop of Fighting Maroons, namely Bright Akhuetie, Dario, Gelo Vito, and Jarell Lim, were born when the Iskos faced Fu and went a basket shy of making it to the championship round. Those 4 were just toddlers back then. Think about that, this batch's captain Paul Desiderio and fellow Cebuano June Manzo were just about to be born then, while last Wednesday's heroes, the Gomez de Leano brothers Javi and Juan, still weren't born into this world. Head coach Bo Parasol was 3 years removed from his playing days with UP then, trading his maroon and white jerseys for the semi-casual polo shirts as he's still in the formative years of his coaching career, calling the shots for UP integrated school in the high school level. But that's not all on Parasol then. He wasn't a full-time coach at that time, as he's also working as a banker for China Bank by day. We're practicing ng 5 am then tapos we'll end at 6:30 am kasi may clase yung mga bata. Tapos ako naman papasok pa ako sa Makati, the soft-spoken mentor recounted. Parasol's close friend and fellow Maroon, Patrick Aquino, was far from being the decorated women's basketball coach he is today with the new Lady Bulldogs. Back then, he was still keeping the flame alive on his playing career with Red Bull and eventually Blue Detergent. Same was the case for current UP deputies Pat Juanyo and Rodney Santos, who were about to begin their partnership in Alaska. LaSalle, on the other hand, has yet to begin its 4-peat run in the UP as Franz Pumaran was still playing in the PBA, going from his longtime team San Miguel to Mobiline. As for the other coaches in the UP today, Tab Baldwin just won his 3rd NBL title with the Auckland Stars, while Olson Rosella just got traded to San Miguel after playing sparingly in his first 3 seasons with Pure Foods. Handling the Fighting Maroons program back in the day was coach Nick Jorge, with Eric Altamirano serving as his consultant after accepting the Pure Foods head coaching job in the PBA. Now, Jorge is still with his Best Center program, while Altamirano has gone his separate way and is on top of the National Basketball Training Center, NBTC. Paulo Mendoza, the star of that 1997 UP team that last reached the Final Four, now handles the Junior Maroons together with fellow Maroon Ogie Gumade. That's how long 21 years has been. But that was then. All the years of struggles and days at the cellar are now behind the Fighting Maroons as they look forward to brighter days ahead. And for Parasol, it just makes all these seasons of waiting worth it. Tapos na yung dark days. Itong mga players naman, mga millennial na ito. Hindi na nila inaranasan yung masasamang nakaran, and they want to build on new beginnings. Alam naman nila not every time they play, they are playing, not just for themselves, but for the school as well, he said.